everybody, this is Coach Ann Claire, and today I kind of want to talk about something that can get really emotional with people, and it's about breakups. It's about, they suck, right? You invest all this time in somebody, and then just to come to find out whether, either you made the mistake or they made the mistake, and I know what it feels like. So my ex, I went out with him for 2.5 years, and even just a month into our relationship, I found out that he was doing drugs behind my back. And then I found out later that he actually ended up cheating on me. He was doing drugs behind my back, and very just not good relationship. And that might be very similar to what you went through, and it might be a little different, but a breakup's a breakup. And it's this moment where you're devastated, right? But I want to give you hope, because there's a huge opportunity for you right now, and I really want to help you tap into that. So I want you to know that I have been with my current boyfriend for over 6 years now. And it's because I did specific things after my crappy breakup. And I'm in an awesome relationship, awesome. The kind of relationship that people dream about and wish for. And I hear all the time, people are like, oh, I wish I had a relationship like yours. And so I want you, he still says my name and I still get butterflies after 6 years, guys. And it's possible for you too, but you've got to take certain steps. So there's 2 routes that you can take. And it's very easy to go down the one route that you don't want to take. You can go down a route where you get really bitter, you get really angry, you try to seek revenge, and you do all these things that are very much against your character. Because when it comes down to it, you are honestly a good person. You really are. You have a beautiful heart, and you poured yourself out into this person, right? And all you did was give. And then something happened where it was taken away from you. It was stolen from you, and you just feel where did I go wrong? And so you go down this path of beating yourself up, and then you're in a cycle of I'm a terrible person, and they suck, and you get into this angry fight with yourself. And then, you go around friends, and then you really find yourself surrounded by people who are yeah, he was a dick, and and you get into these conversations where it's literally just full of anger. And I'm going to tell you right now, those conversations, they might make you feel a little empowered at the moment, but they're not doing anything for you long term. All they're doing is just creating this strife inside your heart that isn't going to lead you to a better future. It's not going to lead you to somebody that you really, really, really desire to want. So there's this amazing opportunity for you when you face a breakup, when we face breakups, and it's figuring out what you really want. The likelihood is that the person that you were with wasn't for you. That's the first thing that you need to really come to. Whether they made a really grave mistake, whether you made a grave mistake, or something of that nature. If you guys are separated right now and you weren't able to work through a big mistake, that person's not right for you. That's the first thing you really, really need to understand. And, I thought I loved this guy. And as women, we like to have projects, right? We like to have that guy that needs us to fix them and stuff. Just cut it out. Stop doing that why do we do this to ourselves, right? So you really need to take a step back and really look at your relationship, your ex relationship, whatever, from an external point of view. And it's this beautiful thing that you can see, because you can see where you went wrong. Did you have a standard for yourself when you first started dating them? Did you say, I'm only going to accept this, and this? For instance, if you're a believer in the Lord and you love the Lord, you need a man that's going to lead you to the Lord more. Don't settle for somebody who doesn't even know God. You see what I'm getting here? You get to create standards now for yourself, for your life, and for what you're going to accept. And when you do that, it's so exciting, because once you start to create that aura about yourself, and you walk around knowing exactly what you want, the universe and the Lord just kind of attracts that person to you. And it's this beautiful thing that happens. So now you get to create this standard, right? And then you also get to look back and see, okay, I really messed up here because I didn't create standards for my relationship either. And so my past relationship, there were so many times where there was no trust. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't have trust with your partner, it's not going to work. You need to have 100% full trust. And that's why when trust is broken, it's very difficult to come back, because you just don't know what's right and what's wrong. And I can tell you right now, I literally have 100 complete trust in my current boyfriend, Jordan. 100%. Like, if he tells me something, I believe him. 100%. Because he's told me the hard things. And I had the discussion with him in the beginning. I said, listen. And it was because something had happened. And I'd found, like, very early on in our relationship, like the first month, something had happened. He, like, got really drunk with his dad. It wasn't a big deal or anything, but he didn't tell me about it. And, I didn't really like that. I don't really enjoy, like, getting super drunk or anything. I have in the past, but it's just not the type of life I want to live constantly. And I'm not judging you if you do enjoy getting drunk. It's not at all what this video is about. So I found out later through a conversation or through somebody else, and you guys know how that feels. It sucks when you don't know something and then all of a sudden it's brought up in a conversation. You're like totally caught off guard. And so I addressed it with him and I said, listen, my past relationship, there was no trust. And I really want to build a relationship on trust. I want that to be my foundation. And I want to know, like, I don't even care if you go and I legit said these words. I don't even care if you go and you sleep with a girl, but if you make a mistake, you must tell me right away. If you make a mistake, you must tell me right away, because I explained to him, I said, I know that secrets are hidden in relationships because of the simple fact that you're scared of hurting the other person, right? But in reality, it hurts 10 times more and trust is broken if you wait. I was like, there's so much more damage. And I made sure to confirm with him, do you understand the difference in damage between the two? Do you understand the difference in the damage between the two? And he confirmed and he said yes. And then he proved to me time and time again that he was willing to say the hard things and admit his mistakes and admit his wrongs as they happened throughout our relationship. He did not wait. And he started putting into practice what we discussed when we don't fight. We have adult conversations about things that hurt me or things that hurt him. And then we prove to each other, we say, listen, okay, I'm going to work on this. I don't expect perfection from him, but I expect effort. And that's what you need to start looking for. And you know what? I'm also not telling you what to look for in your relationship. I'm telling you what I looked for in my relationship, the standard that I now set. I said that I was not going to settle for somebody who was going to be willing to lie to me. Because if they're willing to just lie to me, just a verbal lie, they're willing to do a lot worse things to me as well. And even though it might come from a place of like good intention and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't matter. Because the pain that they're going to cause me down the road is going to be 10 times worse. So just make it known. Just make it known in the beginning of your relationship. But dealing with a breakup is about looking to the future, looking at, okay, this is a blessing. Life is not happening to me, life is happening for me. And there's a reason I am no longer with this person. So I'm going to stop holding my value against that person who decided to leave me, or against that person that I decided to leave, or against that person who hurt me. And females, please listen to me. I almost lost Jordan. I went to a Tony Robbins seminar and he told me about masculine and feminine energy. And women, please listen to me. If we don't stop trying to control our men, you're going to demasculate them, and it's the exact same thing that you want from them. If you find yourself saying you need to man up, or you need to be more manly, you need to do those things, it's probably because you're demasculating them in some sort of way. You're trying to control them. You're trying to get them to do something. And I did a little experiment with Jordan on this, and I don't tell a lot of people this, but if it helps somebody, hey, I'm a very controlling person. I'm very much a leader. I'm an independent woman. I can live on my own, but guess what? I want a freaking man. Like, I don't want a boy. I want a man in my life. I want somebody who's going to lead me, who's going to take the reins and like grab me and like take control, you know? And if I want that means I have to be feminine. I have to leave space for him to step up and be a leader. And so I did this experiment, right, in my relationship. I'm so used to like getting on him and like, make sure you do this, make sure you do that, make sure you do this. And like, I didn't think it was a bad thing. I just thought like, oh, I had the upper hand in the relationship and all that kind of stuff. And what I realized is like, he's not stepping up because I am pushing him down. My actions. And then, you know, a lot of you, I probably just lost a lot of you watching this video, but the ones that are still listening, it's because you know I'm right. You know I'm right. And please trust me on this. It's hard to even admit that you're doing something like that, but if you really want your relationships to work, you need to become very humble. You need to become very humble and realize, don't beat yourself up about your actions that you're doing wrong, but become very aware of them. Become very aware about your behavioral patterns and how you snap at him, or, you know, how you're demasculating him. That's super important. And a breakup is a beautiful opportunity for you to realize those actions that weren't serving your relationship. Forget about what he did to you. Yeah, create a standard now of what you will and will not accept. And like, I'm telling you, do this right now. Like, sit down with a piece of pen and paper and sit down and do this. Create a new standard for what you will and will not accept. I'm not saying like go out on your first date now and like pull out this piece of paper. No, but when you have a specific standard for what you'll accept, like I said before, you will attract that person. And the person who doesn't meet that standard won't be attractive to you. You will not be attracted to the wrong person anymore. And a lot of the times we face these horrible breakups because we tried to make something work that wasn't supposed to work. We all want the same thing. We want to be loved. And we get scared that we're not going to be loved. So we act out of our true character and who we really are. And I know I'm going a little long in this video, but if I can really just get through to like one or two of you, this is huge, guys. I love you guys so much. So please comment. Please ask questions. I'll make a follow-up video if you want, but a successful relationship is out there for you. So don't allow this breakup to stop you or stunt you from moving forward and creating a new standard for your life. Start loving yourself more. And here's a good test. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. And if you can't do that, you need some soul work done. But you'll get there. Just believe, trust, know that you're guided. Know that you're guided. Know that your creator created you for a reason and that you're guided. If you need any help, I'll be so down to get on the phone with you and help you through this. I'm not a counselor. I'm not, I'd more call myself like a life coach or something like that, but I'm not going to, don't surround yourself with people that are just going to coddle you. You need somebody to wake you up. You need somebody who's going to give you the tough love and say, hey, you did this to yourself. Some cases, of course. But sometimes we sabotage ourselves and we experience the worst pain because we did it to ourselves. We set ourselves up and we tried to make something work that wasn't supposed to work. And we thought it could be amazing. So ladies, stop finding projects. Stop trying to find projects and trying to fix. What you see is what you get, and it's not going to change. And start to recognize the things too. When you start dating again, those things that you love about that person, if those things start to get annoying that you initially loved, that's within you, not within them. Just keep checking yourself. And this video is kind of hard, but I love you guys, and leave comments below. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe if you liked what you saw.